are, the yellow numbers. He's going to juke to the outside. He's going to try to go the inside, and this is the worst position to hit someone. Left rear, that just super unsettles them. And then just Allgaier's going through the middle here. Looking out of that left side mirror, you got to kind of be able to judge that. And Justin missed the button, judged it. I don't think that Allgaier did anything wrong right there.
Eckes got through. Alfredo was so close, barely gets clipped.
And you know what's tough here? So what happened is, if you look where William Swalich went, Justin Bonsignor was trying to follow the 18, who was snagging down to be closer to the inside cars. He just didn't know the 7 was getting to his inside like that. He was trying to just follow his teammate, essentially, and that's sort of disorienting. It happens in these drafting races where you're running around at the top next to the wall. Then the line starts to move down as the intensity picks up. You start side drafting more, and therefore you're trying to follow the car in front of you as a reference, but sometimes they're doing something different than you should be doing because you've got someone to your inside suddenly making it 3 wide, and that's just a disagreement in real estate.
Look at that. Look at those sparks coming off the 19 car.
Oof. A hard hit from Stevie Smith. Yeah, Alfredo.
Big hit on top there. Justin Allgaier, you see him. Look at that, just spraying off the nose of that car. He made it through. I think he has any damage. And I would just say that when you watch this, what's hard to explain is that when you're in Allgaier's position, it's almost like you're glued to Justin. Like you get out of the gas and you're trying to get away from him, but you can't.
It almost happens in slow motion.
It does.
And you see it, and you're like, no, and then it just ends up. And Justin Allgaier was making a move that he felt was going to get him back in position, using the middle, which works often, especially when the intensity picks up. And it's just having someone who doesn't know you're there trying to turn down at the same time.
You know who's in position to have a great day? As you see the drivers that were involved in this crash, that's Jeb Burton. I mean, he might win the thing, but he's inside the top 10. After he scored stage points in both stage 1 and stage 2, and I referenced this earlier. Jeb is a driver that last year, if there was a problem, he was in the middle of it. I mean, just wrong place, wrong time on so many occasions.
Yep.
Today, kind of been other end of the spectrum. You felt like the sport owed him one.
Is this what I tell everyone that in the pre-race, he was one of my challenger picks to pay attention to?
Bragging gets you nowhere with us.
It's not too early. I mean, earlier I felt like you were a little overstated. Now it's okay.
Right positioning.
We're going to get a restart inside of 5 laps to go. Jesse Love, the man in charge at Daytona.
On the left there, telling him stay focused, stay on their toes. Quick movements are going to be the key here in the last few laps.
Great information from his spotter, learning, working together. And I know that I told you earlier, take a deep breath. Every one of these races I watch, when it gets down to this point, my heartbeat is higher than that minute average right now. Very high. Excited. I can't wait to see how this is going to play out. And if you're Jesse Love, you're like, have I chose the right line? Is that the right pusher behind me?
Yep.
If you're Sheldon Creed, you're like, I want to be on the front row. Because this might go side by side the rest of the race. And it could be just who gets the run off of turn 4.
This is my favorite time in Super Speedway racing. The red zone, as I call it, when you're one of those front 4 cars, is so intense.
Going to be 3 to go in regulation. Front row, Jesse Love, Sheldon Creed. Creed used to drive that 2-car for RCR. He's now driving a Ford for Haas factory team.
It looked like that outside lane, like Connor Zilic, the 3rd car in line at the top, was able to get on Taylor Gray. To the bottom, they're going to get checked out a little bit. That's going to be good or bad for them as they get down to turn 3.
You don't want to be too far, but if they can control that run from behind them, they'll be fine.
Sheldon Creed's not going to be patient.
He tries to go with Connor. Sam Merritt leads.
Look at the run lane. I think Creed wants to be in that position. He has done such a good job as we watch them exit turn 2 of like, and then generated the run. He had practice in stage 1 of how to do that.
Well, you want to make sure you're leading when the white flag comes out, because once the white flag